Hello guys, so in this video we are going to learn JavaScript. Okay, so although this is not a full tutorial video, but we are going to just create like how to pop up on a web page, like when you visit a website and like a lot of bad website, like I'm not taking the name of the site, and when you click on a button and it's like you are downloading a software, like you are downloading a crack software from a website, and there the website they runs JavaScript on their website. Like when you click download button and your page just started redirecting to multiple other website, and these all are done by JavaScript. Okay, and these are for your bad purpose, like illegal purpose, and JavaScript can do anything. Okay, so you can say that JavaScript is a real programming language, although we cannot say that it's a real programming language, but all the things in a programming language can happen. It can be done by the JavaScript, like and how and where to run JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript run on your browser. JavaScript run on your browser, and you can also run JavaScript on your code editor, like VS Code editor. You can run inside the VS Code editor, and you have to running JavaScript inside VS Code editor. You have to install Node.js. So Node.js is kind of software that some developers are made. That is only for you do not need to open your browser again and again and just seeing the output. Okay, and inside any browser nowadays, all the browsers are supporting JavaScript, and one of them is Google Chrome. Let's give an example. Then Google Chrome has a engine that is JavaScript engine, and it is made by it is called V8 engine, and this V8 engine made by written in C++. So what is C++? C++ is a programming language. C++ is a programming language, and the engine and using C++ we made, developers made and software engineers made JavaScript engine. Like JavaScript was created by Brendan Eich. I don't know, I cannot remember exact the time when the JavaScript was created, but it is created by Brendan Eich. Okay, so leave the history. I'm not going to go in more depth into history. So when the JavaScript was introduced, it was named Mocha. It was named Mocha. Okay, so when the JavaScript was introduced, it was named Mocha. Then it's changed to LiveScript. Okay, and then in it again. Then if you know that JavaScript and Java are not equal. Okay, so JavaScript and Java is not equal, or are not equal, you can say. So although my maybe I'm having some language problem, because English is not my first language, it's my second language, and I have to maintain three languages like Bengali, Hindi, English, and so that's why I am having some language problem. So don't worry, I will try my best to explain you and to teach you. Okay, so now we are going to just drag this folder inside VS Code. Okay, so that was the history, a little bit about JavaScript. So let's drag it to VS Code. Okay, it's already added, and now we are going to create index.html file. Oh, sorry, index.html. Okay, so now we are going to create another file, that is JS. Okay, so let's say test.js. Okay, so why I have created these two files? Because firstly I am going to show you how to write inline JavaScript and internal JavaScript. Then I will show you how to write external JavaScript. So although I am not going to just open my terminal and use writing JavaScript code inside VS Code editor, I am going to use Google Chrome as a compiler, as a interpreter, whatever you can say. So what is compiler and interpreter? Compiler and interpreter meaning that compiler is a kind of machine that is written by some of developer, and that code like we are right, JavaScript is kind of a high level programming language. High level means that this high level meaning that this programming language directly not interact with machine like CPU. This programming language cannot directly interact with CPU. Okay, CPU meaning if you writing something in C, like C is a programming language, it is a low level programming language, and it is almost interact with machine code. Okay, like zeros and one. So our computer is a really big dumb machine, and it cannot understand the human readable language. Like when we write programming in JavaScript, it's kind of we can interact and we can explain our thought using this programming language, and this programming language should interact with machine, and in order to interact JavaScript with machine, we need a third party software, and that is called compiler and interpreter. Okay, so I hope you have understand. I hope you have understood that what I am trying to say. So let me just give you a visual representation that you can understand what I am trying to say you. Okay, so I open autodraw.com. Okay, so let's give you an example. Okay, let's say this is your web browser. Okay, this is your web browser. This is your web browser, and let's create another shape, and this is your web browser, and this is your CPU. Okay, so this is your web browser and this is your CPU. Okay, and think about that. Do not hurry, because if you just get hurry, you can understand what I'm trying to teach you. Okay, so you have to just slowly understand that whatever I am teaching you in this video, you have to slowly understand, slowly. Okay, and this is JavaScript. Okay, this is JavaScript. Okay, so this is JavaScript. Okay, this is JavaScript, and this code, when we write something inside inside this okay, this is not JavaScript. Okay, let create another folder, that is this folder, and let's give it another color. Okay, so now understand that this is your code editor. Okay, this is your code editor, and this is your CPU. This is your CPU. So this one is your code editor, and this is your CPU. Okay, and this is the JavaScript. So when we write JavaScript inside code editor, and when we run it, it's, if you install Node.js is a kind of software like V8 engine. Okay, Node.js is a kind of software like V8 engine. I already told you that V8 engine is written in C++. Okay, so when we write code, like leave the Node.js behind, let's understand how we compile the code. Okay, so when we write JavaScript code, then when we run it, like let's first run the code, then you will understand. Okay, so this is the dummy generated course, and in order to write JavaScript internally, you have to write script. Script. Okay, script. And if I write here con console dot log. Okay, let's give it alert. Hello Sumon. And if I run it like open with live server, so you have to just okay, if I run it open with live server, so let's see what happens. So as you can see okay, so that here my default browser is Microsoft Edge. So okay, that is not the problem. So as you can see that when I am just refreshing the page and one pop-up is coming up and saying hello Suman. So it is this is called JavaScript. This code is this is done by JavaScript code. Okay, so this is done by JavaScript code. So let's get back to story. And I already told you, when we write, like we write console alert hello Suman. Okay, this is the code editor, and when we run it open it live server through the browser, this is the browser, and this browser, what this browser is doing, this browser just interpreting the code and giving output to interpreting the code and inside this browser, like this is a Google Chrome. Think about this is a Google Chrome, and inside this Google Chrome there is a engine called V8 engine. Okay, and this engine, what does this engine do? This engine just high level, JavaScript is a high level programming language, and this high level programming language translate into machine code, like bytecode. Firstly it's translated into bytecode, then it's again translated into machine code. Okay, so I hope so. Bytecode is almost like machine code, and when we just compile it into bytecode, and then the bytecode again compiled into machine code. So it is easier to compile machine code, bytecode to machine code. Okay, and then CPU interacted, and we allocate a memory. We allocate a memory inside our. We allocate a memory, not memory. We allocate a memory inside our RAM. Okay, so in this way we just run. We tell our computer what to do and what should you do. I've already told you that computer is a really dumb machine and it can do anything. And this is your monitor. Think about this is your monitor. This is your monitor, and this CPU just understand the code, and then output happen then output happen inside your monitor. Output happen inside your monitor. Like you can here it is showing a pop-up. Okay, here it is showing a pop-up. So this way the Java actually the code works. I hope you have understand, and if you can understand I will highly recommend you that you should watch this video again and again, because at the first time it will be really confusing to understand a whole lot of mechanism of programming. Okay, so I hope you have understand, and I'm just going to close the browser, and this pop-up is still in there. And now I am going to, okay, so this is one way you can just alert JavaScript. And okay, so let's remove it. And another way is console.log. If I write here console.log, okay, if I write here console.log hello world, console.log hello world, and I'm going to just comment out. So what is comment? Comment means like when you give // so it is called single line comment. Okay, so when you give // it is called single line comment. Okay, So this is called single line comment. And if I just going to open the browser like this browser, and if I refresh the page, that there is no output, but where it will be shown, it will be shown on console. So console meaning you have to just right click on your mouse and inspect. Okay, so inside the inspect, so just I'm going to just uh, drag it. Okay, okay, so now here you can see that there is a tab is called console. So if I hit enter, so as you can see that here it is written hello world. Okay, so where celebrate that you are a programmer, you just written your first code hello world. Okay, okay, so now we are going to show you how you can write inline JavaScript. So how you can write inline JavaScript. So inline JavaScript means that inside HTML element, like inside HTML statement or element, whatever you can say, we can write JavaScript like h1, no, like a. This is a link tag. And okay guys, so now we are going to just create. Okay, let's save it. Okay, now okay guys, now inside the anchor tag we are going to create an event that is on click. On click. Okay, so we just created an event, and now we are going to write alert. And like welcome to JavaScript. Okay, welcome to JavaScript, and we are going to end our program. Okay, we are going to end our program. Okay, now let's see what is happening inside the browser. Let's open with live server, and if I click here, that pop-up will be show here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so as you can see, I just click here and pop-up is showing here. Okay, so this is called inline JavaScript. This is called inline JavaScript. And let's see external JavaScript, how we can write external JavaScript. So in order to run external JavaScript, I'll just copy this code. I'll just Control X, and also I'll just remove this code, and also I'll remove this code. So in order to run your external JavaScript, you have to inside the script tag. We don't need to just remove. This will be the same, and you have to mention a source, src, like test.js, and it is linked to this external page. And if I just paste it here, and if I just run this program, let's open with live server again, and let's see test.js, and here it is console.log. Console.log means the output you will be showing inside the console. If I inspect it, and let's go to console, and as you can see that live server enabled, and in top of live server there is a word that is hello world, and yeah, our programming is running smoothly. Okay, so guys, now we are going to see what is variable. Okay, so variable is a kind of container. So what is variable? Variable means it's a kind of container.